can't buy. It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sand. And right now, I feel like $100,000.
You are listening to Inspired Insider with your host, Dr. Jeremy Wise.
Dr. Jeremy Weiss here, founder of InspiredInsider.com, where I talk with inspirational entrepreneurs and leaders like the founders of RX Bars, which ended up selling to Kellogg for $600 million. So check out that interview. P90X founder Tony Horton, he talks about how he made money as a street mime that's how he made money for food and rent. And Manuel, I look forward to talking about what your some of the dark stories there, and that's how he made his money originally, and he then went on to sell hundreds of millions of dollars. Baby Einstein founder of Atari, Nolan Bushnell, talked about how when he was Steve Jobs' mentor, Steve Jobs offered Nolan 33% of Apple for $50,000, and why Nolan said no at the time. And so this is about how people overcome big challenges in life and business. And this episode is brought to you by Rise 25, which I co-founded with my business partner, John Corcoran. Our mission is to connect you with your best referral partners and customers. We do that through a couple done-for-you services. We do done-for-you event solution for large conferences and software companies. We have a done-for-you podcast solution, which in my belief is the best thing I've done for my business and my life. Help me connect to amazing people, and a lead generation solution, which is not paid, which Manuel will talk more about. This is customized outreach via email or any Facebook or LinkedIn, customized messages, individual messages. We do have a greater purpose and mission behind what we do. And we have a scholarship, which is rise25.com/mission. And it's because my grandfather, who was a Holocaust survivor, escaped from Nazi Germany. Him and his brothers were the only people to survive from his entire family. While that was happening, my co-founder's grandfather was a B-17 captain, did 35 missions over Nazi Germany during World War I. So we want to honor, or World War II, we seek to honor our grandfather's legacies with a scholarship. And so for any of the events that we put on throughout the country, we do a veteran entrepreneur scholarship where it may be an all expense paid trip or maybe a conference ticket. So if you know of someone who's a veteran or you yourself are a veteran entrepreneur, go to rise25.com/mission. I'm especially excited. We have today Manuel Suarez. He's founder of AGM, which stands for, I love this, Manuel, stands for Attention Grabbing Media, because I geek out on direct response marketing copywriter, and so everyone needs an attention grabbing something, right? And he has a full service social media marketing agency. He runs and has successfully founded several 8-figure e-commerce brands, and he went on to help his father, Frank Suarez, into a leading force in the field of alternative medicine, which he turned into 7 different companies. After people learned what Manuel had done naturally with his own brands, many approached him for help, and AGM quickly grew to over 50 staff. You can find out more at agmagency.com or learn some of his social media trainings at manuelsuarez.com/mini courses, where he actually has trainings and what is working today. Manuel, thanks for joining me.
Awesome. I love the intro, Jeremy. Appreciate it. It's a pleasure and honor to be here with you.
What's working as far as attention grabbing when we talk about content? Because that's ultimately delivering value to people.
Right. My favorite thing to do right now is get people into the Facebook Messenger platform. That has been my favorite thing for the last couple of years. I would say a year and a half, we've been going heavy at it. I have generated over 2 million Messenger subscribers. For any of you guys that don't know what a Messenger channel is, think about Messenger in the same way that you think about email. Same way, except that it has been taking steroids and has been overdosed with steroids over the last 2 years. So instead of having 10% open rates, you are getting 90% open rates. Instead of getting 2% click-through rates, you are getting 20% click-through rates. And that's what Messenger is. So what I'm doing is that I am building audiences. Facebook is a platform that you have to be quick, all right? Don't try to do a 1-hour webinar on it and try to get attention on it. Don't do that. If you want to get people to register to your webinar, fine. If you want to get people to come into your messenger, yes. If you want to get people to generate leads, absolutely. You can do all of that. But don't try to get them to consume long videos. YouTube, I was just looking at this morning at precisely, do you know who Dr. Eric Berg is, Jeremy?
He's a health professional, right?
That's right. He's a chiropractor. He's about to cross 3 million YouTube subscribers. All right. When I started working with him, he had a couple 100,000 a few years ago, and he has taken off to the next level. I was looking at his account on YouTube and looking at the Facebook accounts, both of them, to compare them. In the last 28 days, he generated 77 million minutes watched on YouTube. Okay, versus 2.5 million minutes watched. What does that tell me? On YouTube, people are consuming content. They sit down and they watch videos for hours and hours and hours. On Facebook, there is just too much content. That feed is too crowded, so you have to be really fast. Imagine that. And not only that, let me tell you one thing. We invest a lot more money for Dr. Berg on Facebook advertising than on YouTube advertising. Why? Because Facebook is a great platform to re-engage people that are engaging on email, YouTube, Messenger, all over the place, and get them to convert. But it's not the best platform to get them to consume content. So what you got to do is that you have to actively focus on getting them out of Facebook. Out of Facebook. How do you get them out of Facebook? You can do many things. Don't put YouTube links to your videos. Don't do that, because Facebook doesn't want you to do that. But what you can do is that you can generate Messenger subscribers. How do you set that up? There's a platform that I use, which I'm a big advocate for, called ManyChat, ManyChat.com. That's basically your email marketing platform for Messenger. Think about ManyChat in the same way that you think about Infusionsoft, ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, Constant Contact, etc. It is a platform that connects your Facebook Messenger with your own handling of these people. You can build sequences, menus. If you guys want to have some examples of what you can do on that, you can check out my channel. If you go to m.me/the Ninja Marketer, it's going to send you to my Messenger channel, how I educate on that channel, how I do mini courses, trainings, etc. If you go to m.me/Grant Cardone fan, that's a channel that we built for Grant Cardone that does a lot of education and that shows people how to do real estate, how to sell, how to invest wisely. And by doing so, we can now sell to these people forever, because it's all about value, 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 and then sell. So the Facebook strategy, Jeremy, is basically this. Figure out your message, how your content, your information can make somebody else better. That could be inspiration, that could be education, that could be entertainment. That could be know-how, how to do something. Do it yourselves. That could be like what you're doing, Jeremy. You're interviewing other people of value for the society. That is really valuable, because somebody listens to this and they're like, wow, idea, idea, idea. So that's actually something that is a message. So you grab that message and you put it out there. And not only that, you start investing dollars in getting people to see that content. And when you do that, you start building audiences. And then those audiences, you bring them into your world by extracting them from Facebook and bringing them into Messenger, your email marketing platforms, etc. I'm not a big fan of email right now. I still believe in it, but it really does bother me, Jeremy. Every time that I log in to my Infusionsoft account and I see that my broadcast got 14% open rates, 12% open rates, because I work really hard for those people. Really hard to get them in. So when I can see only 14 out of 100 opening them, it bothers me. And then I go to ManyChat and I see 90% of them open up the messages. And that gets me excited. So it's not about I hate email, I like this. It's just the data.
Look at the numbers. Yeah.
It's showing me what we have in front of us. That's all.
First of all, thank you. This has been fantastic. I want to point people towards ManuelSuarez.com/mini courses. Manuel, any other places we should point people towards online, and who is ideal to work with you?
Right. Jeremy, I have a podcast myself too. It's called the Facebook Marketing Ninja podcast. If you search for Facebook marketing on all the major powerful platforms that we have today, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc., you should be able to find me within the first few results. If you go to anchor.fm/Facebook Ninja, that's basically the link that takes you directly to the platform. I put content on social media every day, on Instagram TV, which, by the way, we haven't talked about, but it's a hot platform right now. And Instagram is pushing it really hard. On Facebook, I put content every single day. If you go to facebook.com/The Ninja Marketer, that's my Facebook page. My YouTube channel is still there. I post videos there every day. You can search for Manuel Suarez and you will see me on YouTube. And just stay connected, because that's my obsession. My obsession is to help you guys understand how to take advantage of these modern platforms. There's a lot of opportunity. We're not late in the game. It's just getting started. It's basically like the gold rush of California, Sacramento, 1948, right? 1848 all over again, in which people are trying to plant also on their flags, their territories. It's just that right now we have these digital territories that we're trying to fight for. But there's a lot of opportunity, especially if you have a message that should be heard by people. If you have a message that you know is going to help somebody else, make their lives better, influence their lives somehow, whether that's because you have a brand, a product, a service, a brick and mortar, or whatever, then you have an opportunity to put yourself in front of the masses, in front of the billions of people, just by understanding how these platforms work. The middleman that you needed before is no longer needed, right? The PR agency, the newspaper, the magazine, even the radio. You got Jeremy now, right? We go direct to the listeners now, we go direct to the host, we go direct to the radio stations, and we consume the content at our own will. It's on-demand content. That's what's happening today. So things have changed, and we all need to change with them. About 15 years ago, Mark Zuckerberg was on a dorm room figuring out how to create this platform just to change the college, not even the world. Right now, this thing has changed the whole world. And look at their earnings, man. Last week, they reported their earnings. They are taking over the world. No matter what, turn off, delete Facebook campaign. Let me tell you something. That campaign did not work. Whatever happened did not work. It's funny, right? Because you see people complaining that Facebook didn't work for them. And at the same time, you see people complaining that Donald Trump won the elections because of social media. So it's very contradictory, right? Like, why would you say that Facebook didn't work for your business, but then it worked to select a winner to lead our democracy in the United States? It doesn't make any sense, right? It's all about you figuring out how it works and what you do in it. And despite any failures that you have, picking yourself up and just redo it again and go over again until you find something successful. And maybe, hey, you can find yourself in a similar spot as I am right now, which I can tell you that I've been very successful over the last few years, and I wasn't. In 2013, 2012, I was not yet. In 2010, I looked at my wife before we finalized our bankruptcy, and I said, baby, I don't have enough money to buy diapers for a kid. I'm going to try to find a solution. Don't worry. I'll figure this out. At that point, I had nothing. My dad had nothing at that point. We were still basically trying to figure out how to rebuild ourselves. So to come from that point to where I'm at today, without an inheritance, without winning the lotto or nothing, trust me, no matter where you are at, you can always get yourself to the next level, Jeremy. And that's the truth.
Amen. Thanks, Manuel. I appreciate it. I want to be the first one to thank you. Check out manuelsuarez.com/mini courses. Fantastic.
All right. Thank you very much.
What I got, you can't buy. It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sand. And right now, I feel like 100 grand.